and institute universal, unsolicited, mail-in balloting in every state. There will never be an institute universal, unsolicited, mail-in balloting in every state. There will never be an institute universal, unsolicited, mail-in balloting 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 an institute universal, unsolicited, mail-in balloting. But we can't do that. They say, sir, you don't have standing. How about that? I'm the president. 7 states. You know, I was winning by a lot, and then all of a sudden I was losing by a little, tiny bit, just a little. They could only go so far. They had no idea we were going to do the kind of numbers, so that printing press was really moving. And they say I don't have standing to bring a suit. What kind of a legal system is that? But the Supreme Court has let us down so far. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they'll come back. They'll pack the Supreme Court with crazed extremists. Then they'll be saying, you know, I should have done something about this. When they start having 24, 25, 26 justices, and they want to have the justices rotate to the lowest courts, so they'll rotate. These 9 justices will have a great time rotating. But they're bent on destroying our Constitution and overthrowing America's founding. If the left wins these Senate seats, they will abolish the Senate. You know this. The filibuster. They will knock it out. Well, I've been saying, to be honest with you, for a long time, they're going to do that. At some point, they're going to do that. And why don't we do it first? The Senate. If they're going to do it, you might as well do it first. And now everybody said, you were right. But you know what? I want to be wrong because I want these 2 to win, because if they win, we don't want to do it. It's a bad thing for our country. But that would give them the power to ram through every diluted piece of left-wing legislation that they've ever wanted, that they've ever dreamt of. Your religious liberty will be gone. Your Second Amendment will be gone. Your borders and Great New Wall will be gone. Your police departments will be gone as we know them, and your life savings will be gone. Will be like a large-scale version of so many other countries that you look at that are poverty. America, as you know it, will be over, and it will never, I believe, be able to come back again. It'll be too far gone. Your vote tomorrow could lose, and it could be your last chance to save the America that we love. That's why I'm here. I don't want to do rallies for other people. I told you. I'm here because of that, because of David and Kelly. The far left wants to destroy our country, demolish our history, and erase everything that we hold dear. This could be the most important vote you will ever cast for the rest of your life. It really could be. This is so important. I mean, think of it. It's so important. It's amazing, actually, that in one state you have 2 races simultaneously. I don't think a thing like that's ever happened before. If you don't show up the radical Democrats will win. A lot of people say, oh, well, Trump, maybe he wants it that way. No. You know what I want? I want a great country. I want these two very special people to be elected. And I want to be clear, you know, if those of you that know how badly screwed we got, I want to be clear that we can't let that happen again. We can't let that happen again. We're going to come back, and I really believe we're going to take what they did to us on November 3rd. We're going to take it back. But these two people, they can't go through this. They can't go through it. If you don't vote for socialist to Marxists, we'll be in charge of our country. If you don't fight to save your country with everything you have, you're not going to have a country left. I love this state. This state's been very good to me. We've had a lot of victories in this state. Just had one on November 3rd, actually. And I love the people of this state. We can't let that happen. The damage they do will be permanent and will be irreversible. Can't let it happen. Nothing and no one will be able to stop them. These Senate seats are truly the last line of defense. Now, I must preface that by saying, because they'll say, he just conceded. No, I don't concede. So, Kelly, if I might add, I think we're going to win, in which case we'll be the last line of defense. It's called veto, 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 veto. So tomorrow you must get out and vote for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. Over the last 4 years, David Perdue has been one of our greatest allies and strongest defenders in Washington. He's a great gentleman. David was a critical vote in the right to pass the largest package of tax cuts and reforms in American history. We did that together. We got it done. Launching an incredible economic boom. The greatest tax cuts in the history of our country, think of it, and the greatest restrictions. We were so restricted we couldn't breathe in this country. That's one of the big, I think it might have been more important in many ways than the tax cuts. You would know that, being one of the great businessmen of our world, right? I think it was maybe more important. When Georgia needed a strong voice in Washington after Hurricane Michael, remember Hurricane Michael? And I was down here with David. But David Perdue led the charge to get the workers and farmers of your state the relief you deserved. He said, sir, can we get $1 billion? And I said, we're going to get it, David, and we got it very fast. And there was no mechanism to get it. You got hit with a hurricane, like you have never seen before. It came in from a location that is just very unique. It was a horrible thing. I was here for a long time with David, and he worked, and his kin, his kin, the great Sonny Perdue, our Department of Agriculture, our Secretary of Agriculture was fantastic also. But we worked very hard, and we got the farmers and the businesses the money that they had to have, and now they're thriving. David has also been one of the most courageous advocates fighting for an immigration system that defends American workers, American wages, American families, and American jobs. He led the effort in Congress to build the wall. That's right. And Kelly helped on that. She's a little bit newer to the Senate, but she helped a lot. Those last moments, you were there. Without you, it wouldn't have happened, actually. Crack down on deadly sanctuary cities, end chain migration, and institute unparalleled protection for our great citizens. He fought to help us replace NAFTA disaster with the brand new USMCA. They said it couldn't be done. A giant victory for Georgia, for workers and for farmers all over our country. NAFTA was the worst trade deal probably ever signed. And that maybe has to exclude some of the crazy deals and things they did with China. He voted to confirm nearly 300 federal judges. We have a record on federal judges and 3 Supreme Court justices, which is a tremendous thing. We have almost 300 federal judges committed to interpreting our Constitution as written. No one fights harder for the people of Georgia than David Perdue. David's opponent, Jon Ossoff, is an unhinged radical leftist. He's not a senator. He's not a senator. That's not a senator. Ossoff said that he's very proud to be endorsed by socialist crazy Bernie Sanders. He's weak on China. He promoted Chinese propaganda, and then he failed to disclose his business ties to the Chinese Communist Party. Other than that, he's a wonderful guy, right? Ossoff supports the largest tax hike in American history. If they get in, Warnock and Ossoff, if they get in, you're going to have the largest tax increase that you've ever had. It'll be the largest tax increase in the history of our country. For what? The Green New Deal. Let's rip down a building because its windows are too big. Let's build a building with no windows, among many other things. He supports the insane Green New Deal, which would crush middle-class parents trying to raise a family. He will support the socialist takeover of American health care, which will lead to rationing, poverty, and death. Ossoff also backed the radical left-wing crusade to defund police. The last summer, he proudly joined the anti-police mob. He didn't like police. He doesn't like our police. We love our police. Slandering our brave men and women in blue. If you vote for John Ossoff, he will attack our heroes, he will destroy our economy, and he will betray you and your family, and it'll happen very quickly. That's why you must vote, and really importantly, get out tomorrow, vote for David Perdue. He's a great gentleman. He loves you. Georgia has another fantastic champion in Senator Kelly Loeffler. Kelly is a staunch defender of our incredible military. I'm so proud of our military. She supports the wall, and she always stands with the heroes of law enforcement, ICE, and Border Patrol. I hated it, Kelly, when we got ballots in from the military with Trump all over it, and they got thrown into a river. You saw that? They threw ballots into a river from the military with my name all over. We want Trump. Boom, goes into the river. That was just one of many instances of problem. Kelly is also a committed protector of your Second Amendment rights. With Kelly's vote, we confirmed our third new Supreme Court Justice, Amy Coney Barrett. Working with David, Kelly helped rescue the U.S. economy from the China virus, passing nearly $4 trillion in economic relief, saving over 1.5 million Georgia jobs, and rescuing countless small businesses all across your state, businesses that now are doing really well. And, you know, we also came up with a vaccine. Nobody else would have done that. They would have done that in 10 years. Kelly and David also both strongly support my efforts to provide $2,000 stimulus checks to hardworking Americans across Georgia and across the nation. And my reasoning is simple. I mean, we're conservative with money, but my reasoning is simple. You didn't cause this problem. This problem was caused by China. Kelly is running against a hard left extremist named Raphael Warnock. Warnock is the most radical and dangerous left-wing candidate ever to seek this office, and certainly in the state of Georgia, and he does not have your values. Warnock has publicly declared his support for socialism, and he once welcomed the anti-American communist dictator Fidel Castro to his church. He wanted him here. He liked Castro. Thought Castro was a nice guy. Warnock said that, quote, "Nobody can serve both God and the military," a vicious smear against thousands of patriotic service members across the state of Georgia. He wants to abolish cash bail. You see how that's working in New York City, right? Not working too well. He has called for, quote, "opening up the jails," and he slandered our police officers as gangsters, thugs, and bullies. The choice for the voters of Georgia could not be more clear. John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock are fringe extremists who would wreck everything Georgia patriots hold dear to their hearts. Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue share your values, and you know that. They share your values like nobody shares your values. I can tell you they share your values. They want to defend your interests, and they will always put America first. Did you see the other day? What a great name, America First. They announced they don't want to do the America First policy. How crazy. Even if you're not going to do it, which is basically protect us, we come first, right? But even, and that includes financially and every other way, Even if you don't believe it, you don't say we're going to end America first. They want to end America first. Kelly, I'd love you to just come up and say a few words. Would that be okay? Kelly.
Georgia, on January 6th, I will object to the Electoral College vote. That's right. Thank you. We're going to get this done. All right, Georgia, but I have a very important question for you. Are you ready to show America that Georgia's a red state? That's right. That's right. Look, this president fought for us. We're fighting for him. He put America first. He put the American worker first. Thank you, Mr. President. He stood with our men and women of law enforcement. He restored our military. My opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock, he attacked our police, our military. He spoke out against Israel, evangelicals, small businesses. Georgia, we have to hold the line. You have to get out and vote tomorrow. Georgia, we are the firewall to socialism. We have to get it done. I love you guys. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Georgia.
Thank you, Kelly. That was nice. I'm glad I invited her up. Kelly, I'm glad I invited you up. That was great. Thank you, Kelly. That was so great. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it really is. It's fight for our country. It's really fight for our country, not fight for Trump. It's fight for our country, because that's what we're fighting for. Also joining us tonight are Georgia Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene. I love Marjorie. Come up here. Kelly wants you to come up here. Come on. Don't mess with her. Don't mess with her.
Hello, Northwest Georgia. All right, let me tell you something. I'm so fired up to hear Senator Kelly Loeffler. She's going to object on January 6th. Yeah. This is why I believe in her. You see, when you have a strong Senator Kelly Loeffler from Georgia fighting for you and fighting for your president and protecting your vote, this is why you have to turn out tomorrow. Right? Yes. We have to save our Senate seats. We have to save America and stop socialism. This is the last line. We aren't going to hand over our Senate seats to a pastor who preaches abortion from the pulpit. No. He's preaching murder of God's creation in the womb, holding a Bible in his hand. If anything, go out there and vote for the unborn tomorrow. Right? We've had enough. We're not going to let Georgia go to two radical socialists. No. I need you all to go out there and vote. Our district has to show up. We've got to stop this attack, stop our Senate seats from being handed over to these radicals, and we're going to fight for President Trump on January 6th. God bless Georgia. God bless
I also want to introduce two great warriors, friends of mine, Andrew Clyde and Jody Heiss. Jody, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Great job. We have another friend of ours, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. And Mike Lee is here too, but I'm a little angry at him today. Where's Mike Lee? Where is he? I'm a little angry at you today, but that's all. State Representative Vernon Jones, what a great guy he is. A great man. And an early supporter of mine who's also on the ballot tomorrow, Public Service Commissioner Bubba McDonald. Bubba. Good. You're going to do great. Great guy. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you. Good luck tomorrow. You'll do well. Georgia Republican Party Chairman David Schaefer. He's fighting. He's out there. He is fighting. He is fighting. By the way, I also want to say hello to Kelly's husband. Is one of the great entrepreneurs in our country. He's respected by everybody. He's a tough guy, but he is a sweetheart, and he loves your state. I just want to say hello. Do you mind? Okay. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want it. But I will tell you, he's respected as a businessman, respected by everybody, and gives tremendous amounts of money to charity and everything else. Thank you very much. Also, a friend of mine, and I don't know what it is. I'm not so good with the bikes. I sort of say, maybe I stay away from a little bit. But Chris Cox is Bikers for Trump, and he's the founder. And he